This is great. You know, I love the old newsreels. Love them. The old newsreels from the 40s and 50s. Uh, we watched one about Thanksgiving. That was fun. And a guy that couldn't afford a turkey and his whole family was like, we don't care. Thanksgiving isn't about the turkey or anything like that. We don't care that dad didn't think about his family and his future and got a shitty job and can't afford a $3 turkey. And that was, sweet. Here's one about a woman back in the 50s, maybe 40s. I don't even know. But she was born with no arms, and she got married and has kids, and she's taking care. Like, this isn't something where she needs government assistance, or like she didn't get married somehow, or she can't take care of her kids, or she has no fucking arms. And this woman is doing everything an old time housewife used to do. Nowadays, women with two arms don't do this shit. They tell the guy to go fuck himself and tell the kids, what am I, you maid? My mother used to say, what do I look, 3 shades darker than you? It was a slave joke. So let's watch this woman with a great newsreel voice describing what she's doing.
Yes, for 19 years, Phyllis Lumley, born with a disability that would crush a less determined...
They call her Old Stinky Hair at school.
The life of a housewife and mother, relying on those supple and dexterous feet for all the 1,001 tasks of the housewife's day. And 1,001's no exaggeration when you have 7 children to raise.
7 kids! Couldn't even give the husband a handy.
Mrs. Lumley admits that when her first babies were very young, there were times when she seemed to be up against problems that were insoluble.
She's ironing.
She learned that if she thought hard enough, she could find a way around every difficulty. After all these years of practice,
Mum,
she can cope as
my
efficiently
clothes
as any
stink
normal
like
mother,
feet.
doing the most astonishing things with those wonderful feet.
No way. Dude, she's threading a fucking needle with her
There's a lot of sewing
feet.
to be done in a family of 7. But Mrs. Lumley doesn't confine herself to the necessary chores like this. She still finds time for one of her favorite hobbies, fine embroidery.
She's doing like embroidery. I'm making napkins for people to wipe their mouths with.
And when it's time to relax, she doesn't have to rely on anyone else.
There
for
you
a cigarette.
go. Light up. Smoke them if you got them. She's taking care of her lungs with these cigarettes.
What is it that
hot
lifts
foot.
man and woman above their fellow creatures? Perhaps it is their endless capacity for overcoming limitations, for turning weakness into strength.
Hey, can I get a drag? Look at this. The cigarette and some tea.
She is a real woman. We are proud to have known her.
Oof. I would love to see the husband. I met her and fell in love immediately. I couldn't believe how beautiful she was. Choppers like a horse. No fucking arms. Oh, my God. Would you like me to make you a sandwich, dear? All right, then. Extra foot cheese, if you will. That is really disgusting. I mean, look, obviously, it's encouraging. It's look at that hair. She cuts his hair. Look at the fucking bites taken. Guaranteed she hasn't mastered those scissors yet with those feet. Look at this poor kid's hair. That's hilarious. She's still working on the hairdressing part. No shit. One of my children lost an ear while I was learning how to cut the hair. Junior here looks retarded. Oh, my God. I love it. Good for her. I mean, she's probably dead now. But that's amazing. That was like, by the way, also, those films were played at the beginning of movies in movie theaters. They would have the Path newsreels and whatnot. We're finally chasing the Huns out of Paris. They would have those little shorts. And that was just a freak show. Back then, people didn't really care. They weren't like, oh, that's inspiring or nice. I'm sure in the movie theater when they played that, all you heard were, moans and groans of disgust. But good for her. Speaking of moans and groans of disgust, Ellen DeGeneres